Thanks to the support as a channel member, a Jelly Snake Rebel. I tell you what, folks, technology in sportswear has moved on a little bit since that Leamington shirt I got 5 years ago. This thing is long-sleeved, it's double-layered, it's got a magic invisible zip where I can show you my chest hair, which apparently, chest hair, one of the keys to getting Football Manager views on YouTube, so it seems. It's just all very snazzy. Very nice. I feel like a coach now. Hello and welcome to Club 2, Part 4 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have 2 games for you in the Championship. We're away against QPR and at home against Bournemouth. Since you were last with me, Bournemouth? Norwich. QPR and Norwich. I don't know why I said Bournemouth. Have we played Bournemouth? Don't know why Bournemouth is in my head. I don't know that they're even in this league. How very strange. As you can see, form has been horrendous. We are not a very good football team. It doesn't help that our £5 million superstar signing, Brewster, got injured twice more. I think we might have bought a dud here. So he came in, calf strain on his debut. Then he pulled his ankle ligaments. That kept him out for a couple more weeks. Then a tight groin. He has not been fully fit since his debut. He's now been at the club 3 months. Not ideal at all. We actually played quite well in this game against Newcastle, which is weird. It's probably been our best performance of the run, although we did get absolutely smashed defensively. And we were actually ahead in the game at one point as well. So it's been a strange one, but crucially, we've played matches against relegation rivals Birmingham and Barnsley, not lost either of those. And that 2-0 win over Blackpool is massive and leaves the league table looking like this. 39 games played, 38 points on the board, but most crucial of all, Birmingham and Millwall, 27 points apiece. So we're 11 points clear of the relegation zone with, 7 games to play? I think we should probably be okay, unless something goes spectacularly wrong. But what I'd really like to do, I was going to say what I'd really like to do is show you a win. I'm not even that fussed about that. I'd just like to have a win, really. I've been here since early December, and we've only won 2 league games, I think. 3. Oh, we've won 4 league games. That's not as bad as I thought. It's still disgusting, though. So this is the team that we're going to put out there. The reason we've come back today is because Gallagher and Brewster both come back today, although neither of them fully fit. Brewster, we're going to try and push him through an entire match. Gallagher can do 75 minutes. I am determined before this season is done to experience with you those two playing well together again, because it was so much fun when we got to experience it that one time previously. So we're going with Balcom in goal, a back four of Ullman, Kitching, Welch and Ola Sunday. I know I said I wouldn't use Welch, but he's 6'5". I just can't resist it. Plus, he's played twice and averaging a 7.4, so he's actually doing quite well as well when we're using him. Santiago and Anderson together in midfield, and then Gallagher, McCormick and Nelson behind Brewster up front. I am absolutely desperate for a good attacking performance today, and we consistently just kind of roll the dice with the defence, try different combinations. At centre-back, really, the fullbacks are kind of set. We don't really have reserve fullbacks. That's definitely a priority for the summer. Bring in some backups to those fullbacks who are a little bit younger. I think they're 28 and 30, and we don't really have anyone who's as good as them, or close to as good as them, who can deputise for them. So I think we need someone probably late teens, early 20s, who's almost as good as they are with loads of potential to both compete with them and ultimately push past them into the first team over the next 18 months or so. I think that's the plan. But at centre-back, we've got 4 very good centre-backs, and we just shuffle them. We shuffle them a lot. Brewster's in here, and he looks lively. He looks quick there. That's the first time we've seen that burst of pace since way back when on his debut. Unfortunately, he tried to be a little bit too fancy, trying to knock it over the top of the goalkeeper rather than just thundering it past him. I mean, a win today, and I'm pretty confident that we're safe. There's 6 games remaining after this one, so that means we need an 18-point gap to be mathematically sure. I don't think we're going to get mathematically sure today, even if we win both games. Although, to be fair, winning both games gets us as good as there. But this has been a very familiar tale in the second half of this season. Just kind of nothing matches. It's why I've decided to cosplay as a football coach today to confuse the boys into thinking we're doing something revolutionary tactically, because I've done the best I can with bringing in the best quality players I can, and that doesn't seem to have been enough. And that's kind of my one thing that I know how to do. I can do transfers. I am very much the one-trick pony of football management as far as these boys are concerned. Obviously, you know different. You know I'm very switched on. But these boys, they'll only believe me if I dress up as a football coach. So that's what we're doing today. And it doesn't seem to be having much impact. We're swapping the wide players because we've got plenty of wide players. They're all kind of fine and none of them are really outstanding. I'm hoping Gallagher becomes that one outstanding one, but similar to what we've had with Brewster up front, Gallagher's been injured for most of the time since he's arrived here. It's upsetting as a posh fan in real life to see Siriki Dembele ripping us apart. He's just come on for QPR. I mean, if he's only going to be playing for a fellow championship club, he may as well have stayed at Peterborough. But there he is, dancing around on the pitch, causing us problems, kitching heads clear. And Brewster, not really alert to the fact that that's been headed clear, although Anderson, who has been the best of the new signings, £3 million well spent, I think, on Anderson. He has been an excellent addition to the squad. And now we've got the chance for a counter-attack. John Jules trying to get him behind his fullback, but couldn't get past him. It's defended pretty comfortably. And we enter the final 10 minutes of the game. It is still 0-0. And Brewster has been so poor, we're going to take him off. Omotoy comes on, who scored 2 goals against Newcastle and came very close to picking up a hat-trick against Newcastle, which is, I mean, it's ridiculous, really, how well he played against them, because he's not really done it in any game against anybody else. I don't know if he's a Newcastle fan or something. Oh, but let's not have Dembele be the one who scores the goal. I hate football managers sometimes. As soon as we saw that he was there, I think we all kind of had that collective groan of knowing that he's going to be the one to score against us, because that's how it always is. And it's doubly frustrating because he did better than Brewster, what Brewster had tried to do when he got his big chance. Just dinks it over our goalkeeper. And that does cause problems because Birmingham are winning against Middlesbrough. They've just put their 3rd goal in against Middlesbrough. And all of a sudden, what looked like a comfortable, look, we'll be safe soon, is now pretty uncomfortable. That point, that gap is down to 9 points and they've just won a game. We don't win games, they're winning games. I think there's no other thing for it. For the second match, we're going to have to get the chest hair out and hope that that has enough power on its own to secure us a victory. If I have to combine it with an American accent, I think things are going to get offensive quick. So I'm hoping the chest hair itself is all that you need to be considered a football manager YouTube guru, which is what I am looking for in this second match. There's no point. I don't want to waste it now. We've lost this one now. Once we've gone behind, that's it. We don't put up any kind of fight unless we're playing Newcastle, and we only put up a fight against them because we know they're so good it doesn't matter. We're still powerless to stop them scoring. McCormick, looking for Santiago, can't find him, and QPR just toying with us, really. I've never seen a team look so comfortable in a match where they've found it so difficult to score. It feels like they're playing as if they're 8-0 up and just sort of playing with their food a little bit, where in actual fact, they were behind us on XG until that Dembele chance. And now, with a couple of minutes to go, we just look like we're playing against the first team and we're the under-14s. We can't get near the ball. Every time we do, we give it away immediately. A cross comes in. I thought we'd headed that behind for a corner, actually. We'd just let them have a free header in the penalty area. I don't know what's worse. Balcom's having to come all the way out here, and he's showing no urgency. That's frustrating. We're 1-0 down. We're in a relegation battle. There's a minute left of the game, and he's taken 15 seconds to decide where to kick the ball forward. Just launch the thing forward into the other half. Goodness me. Can we just tackle them? They are just so much better than we are. Look at how comfortably they keep the ball. It's like watching a Leamington game from reverse from earlier in the season when we were doing that to teams. And it was so much fun watching us just be... And the reason we were doing it is because we were so much better than the teams we were playing. And we've kind of got the reverse situation here where we are clearly a lot worse than pretty much every team we come up against. Even the wins feel like they're kind of fluky wins. And it does feel like we're in the early stages of what's going to be quite a big rebuild here. The only problem is we've already spent all the money that the club had. I'm not really sure what summer's going to entail. Next season's transfer budget, 4.9 million. I mean, that might be okay. If we sell a player, that's probably going to be okay. Right, let's go and play Norwich. The gap now between us and Birmingham down to 8 points with 6 games to go. I'm not alarmed yet, but I am getting a little nervous. It's time. It has occurred to me that I promised in the last episode that I'd show you the staff ins and outs and then didn't. So there's not much. The only member of staff we actually sacked was our head of youth development because he kept making offers for really terrible young players. And I figured, okay, you're not very good. Let's bin him off. So we got rid of him, but we've brought in a lot of staff. So since I arrived, there have been 29 new members of staff appointed to the club. That's throughout coaching, sports science, performance analysis. We didn't have heads of any of these departments before. We didn't really have performance analysts, sports scientists, recruitment analysts. We promoted some people from within. So our previous under-23s manager, Matthew Everington, became a first team coach. So we've got new staff coming into the under-23s, the under-18s, medical staff. We have done a lot, but we did have a lot of vacancies. And what that's meant is that we now do have some of the best coaching around. So for goalkeeping, or handling at least, we're first in the championship. We're the best in the championship for that. Best for defending, best for attacking, second best for fitness behind only Burnley. We're the best for mental training. We're the best for technical training, the best for tactical training, and the best for people management. The only areas we're dropping down really are some of these other goalkeeping attributes. So to be fair, we're second best for goalkeeper distribution and third best for goalkeeper shot stopping. For a club that's supposed to be in a relegation battle, we have an excellent coaching setup. There's still work to be done in these areas, but this was focus number one. We do have to temper that effectiveness somewhat by the fact that we don't have much in the way of facilities. We only have average training facilities, and it all kind of feeds in to how successful the coaching is going to be. But certainly the fact that we've taken ourselves from some of the worst coaching in the division to mostly the best coaching in the division should help with the development of players long term. So that is definitely a positive thing. And that was all done, like I said in the last episode, all done by going into the job centre and just placing adverts. Like we've got at the moment, we could place an advert for an under-18 sports scientist, but now it's the under-18s. I'm just leaving my my director of football or technical director or somebody's doing it. Where do you find that? It's on here somewhere, isn't it? So yeah, it's all being done by the technical director now. So I'm not getting involved, and they're just kind of filling it out. That's why you've got that weird shape to it. Where what am I looking at? Transfer history. Weird shape to it where we did a lot of transfers early on. These are the ones that I was doing. So we placed the adverts, and then I was choosing who we were bringing in. And then it's just been this slow trickle for a number of months since then, as the technical director fills the rest of the vacancies we've got left over. But certainly staffing-wise, huge progress has been made. Now we'd like to make some progress on the pitch, please. We faced Norwich today, and this is the team we're putting out there. We just had a 2-week international break, by the way. So fingers crossed, we are finally going to see Brewster and where's Gallagher? Gallagher's not fit because he was away on doing international, so Anderson's going to play on the left-hand side. But fingers crossed we get to see a fit Brewster again today. So Balcom in goal. A back four of Ullman, Kitching, Ballard and Mustafa. Mustafa certainly wouldn't be my first choice of fullback because he's 6'4" and very much a centre-back. But like we were saying before, we don't really have much in the way of backup fullbacks, and Olasunde is suspended today, so needs must. Mustafa plays right back. Then Santiago and McCormick in midfield. Anderson, Radoni and Nelson is the attacking midfield three. And Brewster, finally, once again, for only the second time since signing for us at the start of January, a fully fit Brewster is up front. I'm expecting fireworks. I'm expecting him to terrorise the Norwich defence. I just really would like us to go and win a football match, please. There you go. We're going to point the finger. Are we going to point? No, we're going to pump the fists and say, let's go get revenge. On what happened last time. I don't know what happened last time in the league. I don't think I was involved in that, but they did knock us out of the FA Cup. So we do have recent problems against Norwich. It took 10 minutes for Brewster to pick up another injury. He's bruised his knee, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't think I've got enough chest hair out. Hold on. Oh, it works for Zealand. It should work for me. There you go. We've exposed a little bit more. Maybe we're going to score from this corner, or maybe not. I don't know what the secret is, and he certainly doesn't know anything about Football Manager. I'm so confused. Anderson's in, but it is the chest hair. Get it all out. Get it all out. This is what we need. Oh, it's the key. I almost showed you a nipple there. I didn't realise quite how low cut this top was. I wouldn't be able to do this on Twitch. Goodness me. We've had a huge slice of luck there. Mustafa with the cross after me saying I wouldn't want him at fullback, and Anderson playing in an unfamiliar position for us. I mean, he can play anywhere across the midfield, so it's not an unfamiliar role for him to be playing him. But getting out there on the left-hand side, he has grabbed the opening goal for us, and that could be so very important when it comes to our championship survival. Ryan Sessegnon was a big problem when we played him in the FA Cup, and it looks like he's going to be an equally big problem today because, of course, he's just going to run at Mustafa all day long, and there's an example of it there. Mustafa, absolutely not a right back. Can't blame him. Don't judge him as a centre-back for how he's getting rinsed as a right back, because he's not a right back. We're not going to play him there very much at all. And Ryan Sessegnon is probably about as good as it gets for championship left wingers. So it's not an ideal day for Mustafa. And I mean, to be fair, he's on a 7.1 because of the cross that he managed to whip in for our goal. 1-1 at half time. It's another one of those games where, taken out of context, Norwich are fifth. If you take this out of the context of the rest of the season, we absolutely take a draw against Norwich. We're happy with the result in isolation, but the problem we've got is there's too many times when we're happy with the results in isolation, and then you get the odd one you're not happy with, and it all kind of knits together as a run of really terrible form where we haven't won a football match for a long time, and we're running out of time to get some wins in as Birmingham continue to attempt to hunt us down, although it looks like we're still on a 9-point gap over them today. And once again, Sessegnon causing all the problems. I mean, we don't have anyone else to play at right back. It's as simple as that. It's a squad balance thing. It's something we'll address in the summer. There isn't another right back. We can't do anything about what Sessegnon is doing to us here. So unfortunately, he's just going to keep doing it to us. And this is very much the issue that you get with joining a club mid-season. This is not my squad. This is somebody else's squad that I've added 5 or 6 players to, and I am a long, long way from happy with. We are going to have a massive rebuild this summer. I am going to be doing lots of changes to this squad. We are going to be rebuilding it in my image, and it's going to be incredible when it's done, but it's not done yet. John Jules, in fact, we're going to put Jules up front. We're going to go attacking, even though it's probably asking for trouble. And fingers crossed, we can just get a little bit more luck. We got a little bit of luck with our first goal. If we can have a little bit of luck and just grab a second goal, I mean, the chest hair's kind of gone away a little bit again. Let's just get it out. If we end up losing, then we know it doesn't work. We've got it out there. I mean, maybe that was the reason it's hit the post, when I think we were probably all expecting Norwich to go and grab their third goal there, but it is not looking good for us today. Birmingham we don't know. We'll have a check on Birmingham after the game. Can we have a shot? I know a shot would be lovely. We are struggling against so many teams that are so much better than us. And now Anderson's been sent off. Why? The first 3 players we brought in January, and I'm not really counting the ones that came in since. Obviously, we had the disaster of Silva not being able to play until next season, and we brought the likes of Santiago, and the defenders came in a little bit later on as well. But we're zipping this back up. This doesn't work. Those first 3 that came in, we spent nearly £9 million on 3 players. And I don't remember, other than that very first game, I know I keep going on about it, I don't think we've had all 3 of them on the pitch fully fit since their debuts. There's always somebody injured or unfit or suspended. And now we've got Brewster fit. Brewster's picked up another knock again. Gallagher's resting but should be fit for the next game. And now Anderson's going to be suspended for it. What on earth are we supposed to do? We're getting no luck at all. If you spend that kind of money as a club our size, you are rolling the dice and hoping you're going to get some kind of return on it. And we are not getting the return, and he has got to stop getting injured. Look how happy he is about it. I'm getting paid and don't have to do any work. Well, you're going to get sacked if you're not careful. I don't care about the money. Don't be surprised if I sell him in the summer because I just lose patience. What did Birmingham do in that game? Birmingham lost, thankfully. Millwall won. That's a problem. 7 points now between us and Millwall. We are still far from safe as our form continues to be terrible. We looked at the form an episode or two ago and we were mid-table for form. We were doing all right. I think it's going to be a different picture now. Yep. Millwall Millwall are in good form. 2 wins and a draw in their last 5 games. Millwall are the problem. Tell me we don't play Millwall. We don't play Millwall. Good. Well, probably, I hope we're able to just come back for Hull and Charlton as the final 2 games of the season. If things get really hairy, we might have to come back a little bit sooner. The tie needs to come back. This thing didn't work at all. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.